Hi guys, this is Christy with Christy's Clarinet channel, and today I wanted to talk to you about the clarinet embouchure. This is probably one of the most important things in beginning to develop a quality tone on the clarinet. I feel like it kind of gets quickly discussed in band and then we move on because you have so many other things that you need to learn. And so I'll even have college students come in and they still haven't quite mastered how to do a good clarinet embouchure. So the embouchure, if you don't know what that is, that's just the word or fancy word for how we do our face around the mouthpiece on a wind instrument. And so the first thing I would suggest is to get a mirror and put it out on your music stand next to you. And then you can observe what you're going to look like when you have a good clarinet embouchure. The first thing I would ask that you do is to put your top teeth on the top of the mouthpiece. A lot of times beginning clarinet players will just roll their top lip around their top teeth and do a double-lipped embouchure. But for a beginning clarinet player, let's go ahead and just talk about a single-lipped embouchure to start. So have their top teeth secured on the top of the mouthpiece. I even buy this mouthpiece patch, and I like the thick rubbery ones because they have a nice grip to them, so that you can feel your top teeth on the top of the mouthpiece, and it's a nice cushioned feel, not the hard plastic feel. So there'll be a little less vibrations in your top teeth when you use the mouthpiece patch. That's especially nice on a bass clarinet, I find, because it has a little more vibration feel to it than the soprano clarinet. Anyway, so we've got our top teeth on there, and then you'll take your top lip and you want it to grip on the top of the mouthpiece. So it's going to kind of squeeze on the top to hold it in place. Then the corners of your mouth are going to be what we use to open and close when we need to take a breath. When we have it closed, to blow into the instrument, we don't want the air to leak out the sides, so you're going to have to squeeze the sides of the mouth around the mouthpiece. You're also going to want to keep the cheeks against your teeth on each side, so that we don't put the air in the cheeks. We don't want poofy cheeks when we're playing clarinet. We want them to be secured on the side. The corners of the mouth would be like pulling a drawstring bag tightly around the sides here. For the bottom lip, I like to think of putting on chapstick. And so when I put on chapstick, I'll flatten my lip like that and rub on the chapstick. And when I do that, sometimes I can get the student to show me a flat chin, which is going to be the next part I'll discuss when playing the clarinet with a good embouchure. So using a flat chin is more easily seen from the profile of the student than straight on. And so I encourage students to look out of the corner of their eye at their mirror to work on the flat chin aspect of embouchure. Before going into detail though, I want to mention that the place where your bottom lip will go on the reed is going to be where the reed touches the mouthpiece. And so you can kind of see from the side where the reed starts to touch the mouthpiece. But a real obvious way to make that apparent to a student is to get a business card, slip it back there to kind of where it stops, it gets snug there, and then draw a line right under the business card. It doesn't even have to be all the way across, just whatever you need so that you can find that when you take the business card away from the reed. And you're going to put your thumb under that line. So then you've got this spot on the mouthpiece where your bottom lip is going to go. And so then I'll have the student keeping the thumb there, put the mouthpiece in your mouth, and put your bottom lip where your thumb is. And that'll give you a good starting point for having enough mouthpiece in your mouth. Okay, so onto the flat chin aspect. A lot of beginners will, of course, they haven't developed any of these facial muscles that they're going to use yet. So you might get a whole bag of tricks, but the main one that I see the most often is what I call the squishy chin. And so that looks like this. There can be variations on that. But usually there'll be a lot of dimples, creases in the chin when they're doing a squishy chin. So I want to demonstrate the difference between a squishy chin and the flat chin that we're going for. The squishy chin embouchure looks like this. here's a flat chin. Sounds like this. So just between those two alone, I hope you can tell that the squishy chin is kind of a more muffled sound because we've got a lot more of the skin, the flesh on the reed there. But when I flatten my chin out, that pulls that away. I'm thinking more ooh kind of a position, down and forward. And I can get a nice projected clarinet sound. So start with the basics of embouchure, and the flat chin will really help out your clarinet section in getting a nice quality sound. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can get the next videos that I'll be putting out. If you have something that you want to ask about embouchure or another topic you want me to put up on my channel, please just mention that in the comments so I can get to that, because I'd love to know what you guys want to know about. And then if you'll hit the notification bell, it will notify you when I've got the next video up so that you can catch that, especially if I've answered one of your questions in the comments. I'd love for you personally to get that video. So that's all for now. Play pretty, guys.